Well, hello, my beautiful Taurians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for November 2025. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. Now, I will be using Gaia chimes, so please be mindful to turn down your volume if you are someone who is sensitive to sound. So let us start your reading and let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Taurians, this is your monthly reading for November. The months are literally flying on by, but here we are. November has arrived, and it promises to be a pretty big month ahead, for we have officially moved into smoldering Scorpio season. And let's just say this month may slip on in quietly, but it certainly holds gravitas, intensity, and, it will offer an opportunity for your fearlessness to arise, to make major power moves in silence. But the results and the rewards, shall we say, will definitely make some monumental noise for your future. For you shall be magnetic this month. It's a highly transformative month to do a deep dive emotionally. And I don't know if you noticed in the water, there was a bit of a ripple effect with the Gaia chimes there. So something that happens in November will influence the rest of your path in a monumental way that is super positive. That's definitely coming out there. But as I said, you will be all up in your emotions this month to rise like the phoenix, rebirth, overcome any issues, and reclaim your power, your sovereignty, and of course, success. Now, the truth, as they say, shall set us free, and this is a supercharged month of cathartic release and reset, as captivating Scorpio season bestows Plutonian energy upon us all to face our truth with a critical eye and cast out that which does not enrich ourselves and our journey ahead. Of course, it is here that we hold ourselves to higher standards, and with laser-like focus this month, it's full steam ahead. That final push before December encourages a slower pace. Now, persuasive Scorpio season amplifies persistence, tenacity, and is the driving force and determination behind your plans. This is a great month that encourages you to seek your truth and wear it proud, confront any fears, challenge the status quo, ask leading questions to dig a little bit deeper, and of course contemplate the mysteries of you, all that you're capable of and more, as well as your interaction within your world and of course the world outside of yourself. Also, your sensual side comes out to play as you explore new experiences and challenge yourself out of your comfort zone. This is the month to dare, to double dare even, as your inner rebel sets the tone and the pace for the coming weeks. But it's not all action-packed, for you may also have a profound sense of yearning for alone time, desire to process your path, understand your emotions, let go of the past, and of course, make sense of the deeper undertones of life. Emotional security and your home life will also be firmly on your mind as you try to make sense of a world undergoing a radical shift. Now, the supermoon, it's a super full moon in your sign, my beautiful Taurians. This occurs on the 5th, depending on where you are, of course, in the world, and it offers you an opportunity to remain on track with your practical goals, stay on top of your finances, as well as foster habits to attract more. Plus, the Uranus retrograde also dips back into your sign, requesting you to revisit any plans, whether they're financial strategies or maybe even reevaluate spending, but with the notion of gifting yourself a little treat for you, or even offering you a moment to receive a token of appreciation from an outside source, something alternative there. Now, this retrograde also helps you rewire or plan without any sudden, unexpected plot twists flinging you out of your comfort zone. Always nice to step out of your comfort zone yourself, not be flung by alternative energies there. However, I would have to say that Mercury retrograde is a bit of a different story. It's notorious for causing issues with communication systems, delays, social media network glitches, miscommunications, and general befuddlement, especially when clarity is sought. So get everything in writing. Very important to document proof and save down financial statements in particular to prove finances should there be a technical glitch. Now, the 6th of November also sees Venus get up close and personal in the Scorpio energy. So if you're single, expect sparks to fly with a new encounter. And if you're already committed, this month will dial up the chemistry and take things to a whole new level. It's time to adore and explore. Now, of course, that all sounds like a lot this month, but breathe. Jupiter retrogrades on the 11th and asks you to relax, to question where you feel like you're spending your energy, and reminds you that you've got this. For Scorpio season will nudge you to be the change that you want to see in your world. And with that fire in your soul coming to the surface, you'll be excited about the revamp. Now, in terms of global events, and please fast forward this part if you really don't wish to hear it, I mentioned in my 2025 forecast that this year was a monumental shift year. Neptune's 165-year orbit period is about to complete. It just dipped back into the sign of Pisces as a final salute before moving permanently into Aries. This will never occur again in our lifetime. Last time Neptune shifted like this was between 1847 and right up until 1875. And why could this be relevant? Well, that time period documents radical revolution, uprisings, advancements in technology, famous gold rushes, agricultural struggles, changes in monarchy, shifts in higher consciousness, which saw the rise in spiritualism as people returned to their core values. And incidentally, the Suez Canal even underwent significant construction affecting trade. And we see the same progressive energies in that very area as we embark on the same cycle. Now, I'm not saying that history will repeat itself in this timeline, but perhaps we can learn from the past to understand the present direction. I also mentioned that this year would be about fire and water. Neptune in Pisces affects oceans. And when it moves into Aries, it'll affect fire. Land masses that have been laying dormant for hundreds of thousands of years are awakening, and underwater topography could also be impacted. A solar maximum flare is starred to have a seismic impact, I would say, in November. There may even be a potential for a major power outage there too. Plus, we will hear more about 3-Eye Atlas, that mysterious object moving in our space. It'll be more around the unusual light anomalies that are coming from it, so it will be explored more there. And of course, Mars, it's a very fiery planet associated with confrontation and war, combined with impulsive Sagittarius energy, which is also fiery. This can trigger a gamble with audacious moves in order to expand or control. Rhetoric is firmly replaced with action when these two combine. Now, I hope I'm wrong on that, but it is in the energy, so I'm just going to tell it how it is, real talk. And as always, there are so many levels to the shifts and how they affect our energy. So on a personal level for you, the new moon in Scorpio, which will occur on the 19th, it will offer you an opportunity for something new, something bold, something daring, but also with an electric twist. most importantly, it'll be something meaningful and true to who you are. It offers you, a period of reflection to contemplate stealthy moves towards abundance and security, for true power moves in silence, and a spark of the divine is lit within you, helping you engage more fully in all that enriches your soul and, of course, your wonderful path ahead. Now, I'm excited about your path ahead because there's a lot of options available to you this month. I feel like you're remaining in balance. You're focused on your finances. I feel, there's a dream come true opportunity for you at some point this month as well that you will celebrate. And I feel like there's a nice surprise. So if you're searching for love, one of the nice surprises could be high-level commitment coming on in. We have a King and Queen of Pentacles here and an Ace of Cups. I mean, if you're looking, this is a great potential month for you to find your soulmate, of course, but this could also be a business alliance. I would say a lot of you, this is more of a declaration to self, to be kinder to yourself, to, find more balance, release the pressure, and look at new avenues to remain inspired and explore where you feel fulfilled, to look at your options in life as well, and to turn your life around. I feel things are developing for you in interesting ways that you will celebrate. But let's get to your first card there, because your first card is maturity. So this can be that as we're starting to come towards the end of another year, another cycle, you're looking at how far you've come. You're looking at all the struggles you've overcome. And the Strength card tells me you are a very strong person indeed. Now, this card, of course, is number 8. 8 is the number of the self, and you have the King of Pentacles, which is a Taurian card there. So a lot of you are, especially with that Ace of Cups, loving yourself a little bit deeper, trying to romance your life, trying to, exact emotional care. So you will be kinder with your body, mind, and soul. Look at intrusive thoughts there. And I would say a lot of you, this is an energy of, I'm getting two things here. One is needing a salt bath, but also needing a massage. So some of you may have booked those things, massage, for example, or maybe some sort of like alternative therapy, floating sound bath or something like that, something that kind of brings you back to your center or has you like coming back to a place of calm is what I'm seeing. Now, of course, finances don't always stretch to those luxuries. So it could be that you're actually finding places in your home to limit distractions and come back to silence in some way, because I feel this is an energy of you taking some time for yourself. And I'm just getting the sense of like, breathe. Because I feel it's been a lot. I feel like you've been under pressure. This month is a turnaround month for you where you think that things perhaps could be a little bit more challenging like it has been recently, but actually it's easier to manage this month is what I'm seeing there as well. Now this is a card of being bold and daring, and I'm not surprised to see these two cards showing up in your protagonist energy because your first house is influencing you this month, and your first house is all about your body. This is an earth card energy, so that means that you're going to focus on your diet, your exercise routines. You may be cultivating new pathways for yourself, maybe leaning into new recipes as well in order to inform your body, making sure you're on top of your hydration goals as well. But also it is an energy of you focusing on who you are, how strong you are, how you stand out from the crowd. There's something unique about you, something different. You're leaning into that at this time. Some of you may actually transform a look or style this month because the first house is all about the self, identity, and maybe even revamping your wardrobe, being more flamboyant in some way. Perhaps some of you are kind of like wanting to just enhance what you have already is what I'm seeing there as well. So aesthetically, the first house will make you think about your looks, your body, your mind, your soul, your life, and how you present yourself to the world, as it were. But it's more than that. A lot of you will be doing some soul searching about where you feel like you belong, your place in the world, and leaning more into your life philosophy, standing up for what you believe in, maybe even confronting people who have tried to fit you into their box of expectation there. I feel this is about you kind of looking at what you feel unhappy with in your life, setting to transform it so that you can do more things that bring you joy, that feel more fulfilling. You have a lot of butterflies on that cup there, which represents transformation there. And there may be one thing that captures your attention this month that really helps life be a little bit smoother for you. And I feel also you're prioritizing a responsibility this month, but actually you find that you enjoy it, whatever it is. And it's definitely very rewarding there for you. Ace of Cups, a lot of you, this is the start of something that has a lot of potential. I feel like you're looking at November, like, come on, November, what do you got? Let's, lean into a little bit more fun, a little bit more romance. And when I say romance, this doesn't have to be with a person. This could be that, you're wanting to be really precise about the things that you do, spend a little more time doing it. It could be a hobby. It could be that you want to frequent your favorite place, or, I'm just seeing a random market right now with loads of flowers. So this could be that, you want to go down the market and explore new things, for example. Not sure. I mean, I'm just seeing loads of flowers. So this can indicate that you're in bloom to choose, as it were. If you think about a market, there's so many different things in a market, and it can be that you're exploring, as my guides have given me recently, the buffet of life, and you're free to choose. So it could be that you're wanting to explore new pathways, new avenues at this moment in time, and you're feeling a lot of love for that opportunity. Of course, this is a period that will make you lean into your emotions. So this is a lot of unconditional love for self, because of course the first cup of love is for the self first. So you're replenishing yourself. A lot of you could be detoxifying this month as well, and staying on top of nurturing yourself and nourishing yourself. But I feel a lot of you are thinking outside the box, thinking of something new to transform your life. And some of you, this could be a new money-making idea, because we have that King of Pentacles there. But I feel more than anything, your first house is going to just make you focus on you, how you can promise to be kinder to yourself, show up for yourself, and really give back to yourself, because you've been through a lot. Now, this is about valuing yourself, of course, in a different way, erecting healthier boundaries, and of course, respect. Respect for yourself, but also respect for the people around you, and making sure that they respect you back in return. King of Pentacles energy, of course, is an energy of responsibility. Life may have been pretty serious recently. You're very ambitious, you're being very practical, you're utilizing your intelligence and your knowledge will reap the rewards of all of your hard work. I feel a lot of you, you're very good with business or a career that you're in right now. And I feel like you're fostering an opportunity to earn more, because you have a Queen of Pentacles here. Some of you may be thinking about these money-making ideas from the home space. A lot of you could be looking at real estate. So when you have these cards, it can be that it's a practical energy, staying on top of your financial commitments at this time, taking down debt, for example, focusing on mortgages, repayment plans, the practical aspects of your finances, just to stay on top of your financial goals there. A lot of you are portioning money off there for a rainy day fund or an emergency fund. I don't ever think that you'll use this, but I feel like you will, portion some money away there to kind of like feel secure that you have like a little extra. It may not be a lot extra, but I feel like you're building it, because this is a card of building, especially when it comes to your finances there. Now, this card does indicate you have responsibilities, you're focused on your plans, you are kind of like being loyal to your sense of duty this month. And although the beginning of the month may feel a little bit like business as usual, because you're on top of your practical goals and the things that you need to do to develop on your path there, I feel a lot of you, this is you kind of like setting yourself up so you can go off and have fun. So you may be trying to get ahead of yourself in some way. Now, I'm not seeing travel here. These travel cards are not here, but there may be a spontaneous trip, because we do have a map here, okay? Now, this is a Wheel of Fortune card, so it's not actually a travel card, but it could be that there are some things that come your way in the month of November that challenge your usual schedule. So this could be like an impromptu event or a sudden opportunity to travel. So a friend could reach out to you and say, hey, I'm booking this event. Do you want to come? And you're like, oh, okay, you need to factor it in. You're going to have a great time. You're going to feel very fulfilled. Of course, you have this sense of duty, but you may need to reschedule or work around something and remain really flexible, because I just feel like there's a change of pace and it could be spontaneous there. The King of Pentacles is always a tried and tested path. It means that, you have stuff to do, you work hard at it, and you want to build a life of luxury. So you're doubling down on your responsibilities in order to remain on track. But the Ace of Cups is like something new coming on in here that will make you shift perspective. If you are someone who's currently out of work and you're searching for a role or an opportunity, I feel one comes in, but there may be two, and you may have to choose. There's certainly one that comes on in that I feel it kind of like is very close to your financial plans. So if you're searching for more money, because this is a card of wanting to attract more wealth there, I would definitely say that you're enterprising, you've got the skill set, and you're manifesting an opportunity that is like a dream job. This is something that perhaps you're waiting for. So if you're currently out of work, you may have been noticing that there are some opportunities there, but they're not fulfilling or they're not meeting your needs, and they're certainly not meeting the pay grade that you're hoping for. So I feel like you may have been waiting it out with that Two of Pentacles. You know, things have been very inconsistent recently, but I do see that there's two roles coming in because you have that choice card. So there's one that feels like it is a dream opportunity, and I'm going to describe the two. One feels like there is a very serious role coming on in. The money is right, but it doesn't really expand. It doesn't go anywhere other than that. There's no room for elevation. The money is as it is, and it may like have small increases with inflation, for example, but it just feels like it's a package and it doesn't go anywhere else. Fulfilling, you'd love it, but there's something a little bit more exciting that comes in that may yield a little bit less finances at this moment in time, but it staircases to the point where it almost like doubles in opportunity later on, dare I say it. You know, I just feel like there's an energy of multiplication here, and you kind of like the odds of this other one because it gives you room for maneuver. You will elevate through the ranks. There is an opportunity to reach high status in this role, but you develop over time is what I'm seeing. It's more fast-paced. It's more exciting. It's definitely a new chapter, and it is more of a dream opportunity. It is a wish fulfillment, and I feel like you will get that role, sign the contracts by the end of November. Okay, so if you're searching, a lot of you, there is this energy of movement and improvement in the month of November, but you may have to choose between two, which of course means you're going to have to let one of them down. Just be a little bit mindful in the way that you do let any role or opportunity down, because there's this random energy that's coming out where somehow the two companies or the two avenues are somehow connected. Either there's someone who works in the new company that you actually work for. Maybe they've got a relationship with someone in the company that you turned down. There's just some sort of link. Or maybe there's someone who's going to come and work for the company you end up working for in the future. And there's just some sort of connection. So just be mindful. I feel like you're respectful anyway, but just be mindful not to say anything negative about the other company or what they lack, because there's just going to be some sort of crossover in your future. You know, industries, if you're working in a certain niche or an industry, they're pretty tight. They tend to know of their competition. They tend to know about other people who work in the industry. Everything's connected. Just be mindful. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that there with a lot of love and respect there. I would also say with this Wheel of Fortune energy, it's in the resistance position. A lot of you may have been feeling that luck has not been on your side recently, been a bit of chaos there, disruptive energy. You may feel that things have been out of your control on something there, and I feel like you're retaining control in November. Things get back into some sort of balance there for you. I feel a lot of you have stability on your mind, but you're trying to find the balance between doing what is right for you at this moment in time. And of course, your seventh house is influencing you as well. So this can indicate, especially with the Lovers card here, this is all about relationships. The seventh house is all about relationships. You know, the Strength card can be about your inner resolve, your strength, how you feel about yourself. And that's your first house right there, what you're capable of. But you may need to find balance in being independent, doing your own thing, and sharing your time with, your family, your friends. I feel a lot of you are going to be more sociable at the end of the month there as well. But changing cycles indicates a change of pace for you as we move towards the end of November. It just feels like it's a quicker pace at the end of November. You're going to be very busy. You're going to be on top of your goals there as well. But there is some sort of news or spontaneous energy here where it's quite exciting. So it could be that maybe a family member suddenly reaches out and says, hey, I'm coming to visit. Or for some of you, it can be that a friend from overseas says, hey, I'm in town. You want to catch up? I'm just getting an energy of you being excited about something new that shakes up your schedule. And a lot of it is connected to your 7th house. So this could also be a business alliance, or it could be, a networking opportunity that helps you build a relationship here. And a lot of you, as I've mentioned already, this could be romance, true love here coming on in. And it's exciting. There's love there. There's chemistry, the spark. This person has it all. They are a perfect match for you. With that Ace of Cups, I mean, it's so interesting to get an Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. That's all about the feelings, the emotions. And then we've got the Wands, which is about spark. It's about chemistry. It's about adventure. It's about sharing a vision of the future. So I would say, because the Lovers card is right there, something is matching your vibration that you've been manifesting for some time. Now, of course, not everybody's looking for love. This could be you and a partner if you're already in love. It can be that you're having a deep conversation, that you're on the same page about some sort of monumental shift or change in the way that you lead your life. And suddenly, you're reaching for a life that you both aspire for, and it's exciting. It's dreams coming true kind of energy here. So it could be that you're deciding to move abroad, or you are thinking about relocating, or maybe you're just mapping your plans and actually aligning with each other's sense of what you both want for your future. And it just solidifies your relationship, that there's a lot of love there, that you're on the same page, and you both want the same things. But also, if you are in a career, I feel if you're searching for a solution on something, or you're trying to find the right company to outsource to, or if you're trying to find someone to do your accounts, for example, I feel like you find the right person. If you're trying to start a business, and this could be with a family member or friends, I feel there is a co-alliance here. I feel there could be this energy of merging together, pooling your resources, and doubling down on your dough. These two cards are very powerful together. It highlights that there is some sort of understanding or some sort of alliance there that helps multiply wealth. Now, this could also be that a lot of you are investing in maybe setting up your own business. A lot of you could be launching your own business this month. And it can be that, the co-alliance is with a financial institution. It doesn't always have to be a person. So it could be that you're getting a business loan, or you're getting some sort of advancement, or you're investing in your company that will yield double the results. Some of you, if you already run your own business, this is a period of expansion. You may launch something that goes global. Overseas connections are starred for you this month. And I would say that, yes, it's going to be very fast paced. And yes, you're going to be like push and pulled in many different directions, multitasking, but I feel like you're going to love the results. And it just puts a fire in your soul, knowing that this is a new chapter. Money is starting to come in and starting to inform or compound on itself there. Now, no matter who you are, whether you run your own business, whether you're retired, whether you are, currently searching for work, whatever your circumstances, I feel like you are on top of your finances, because there's so many pentacles here. A lot of you could be looking to the home space right now to perhaps sell pre-loved goods. This is a card of domesticity, money from the home space. I mean, even if you work as an independent worker or in a company, there could be some working from home going on in the month of November there. But some of you could be multiplying. We've got those little rabbits there, working out how to calculate your finances to save more or make more. And I feel like you're going to turn your finances around there. With that Two of Pentacles, a lot of you could be moving money around into accounts that have better yields. So if you're looking at financial institutions this month, it could be that you're seeing that there are incentives to move all your bills and your money to a different banking institution. And they may give you financial incentive like $100 or something. Like, if you move all your accounts, we'll give you some free money. Of course, nothing is ever really free, but it just means, there's an incentive for you to utilize the banking system in a different way. For some of you, you may also be moving your money into different accounts that have better interest rates, so that you make your money work for you rather than the other way around. Now, of course, you're on top of your finances, thinking about like 401ks, thinking about your financial commitments there, because, of course, these cards represent commitment. It doesn't have to be about commitment to, a loving relationship. It can be your commitment to your duties, your responsibilities, but half the battle is loving what you do. So this is about leaning into enjoying what you have to do, and the time will go quicker, of course, so that you can be on to other things where you can be more sociable and get yourself out there. Also, the Queen of Pentacles, because my guides said I haven't finished talking about it. Queen of Pentacles is an energy of creating security for you and your loved ones, okay? And some of you may be getting advice for a family member, or giving advice to a family member, or searching for something that will help a family member out. It could be a parent or guardian who's like, I don't know how to utilize this app, or I don't know how to work this statement out, or there just seems to be a question as well over money. Okay, so let me just tap into that a little bit more. I'm going to pull a card on this. Because, the King of Pentacles is the Taurian card. And because we have this Virgonian Queen of Pentacles there, it doesn't have to be a Virgo, but it can indicate that someone else asks you for advice or asks you to help out. And you're more than willing to help them out there. But the Two of Pentacles can indicate this is something they've asked for help with before, but they just don't remember. So I just want to pull a quick card on that. So you may be kind of like writing it down this time so that they remember it for the next time. This could also be a password, because pentacles can connect to security. So this could be some of you like searching for a password on something. You're like, I know I wrote it down somewhere. Or it could be that you are creating more security in and around your passwords or your technological tools like laptops, cell phones. So this is so random. I'm just seeing this protective tool. What is that called? Let me see. Sorry, I'm just seeing an image in the water right now. Oh, it's a certain material. Could you come forward a little bit? Okay, I'm just going to tell you what I can feel from it. I can't see, or I'm not being given what the material is called, but it's like if you put a cell phone or a credit card into this item, it's like a little pouch or bag, for example, it means no one can access your data, your like card. So for example, if like a scammer was walking on by, somehow they can like, I don't know, access your details on your phone or your card. I'm not sure how this works, but I'm being given this energy that there's certain material. Okay, I'm not being given what it is. So I'm just seeing that. So it could be just symbolic, representative of just protecting your money, protecting your credit cards. I don't see anything negative here. There's no, I just feel it's more that you're upping your security, as it were. Maybe looking at VPNs when it comes to, your laptops and where you are in the world, because there's a map there. So there's just a lot going on there. I just wish I could see what that... Oh my gosh, even in a different deck, we've got the Two of Cups. This month is all about the love. I would say this is like you basically attracting what you want and what you need. Because at grassroots, the Two of Cups is like there's balance, there's union in what you want, the vision for your future, the effort that you're making, and then the results that you're starting to see. But also, Two of Cups is love. So Two of Cups can also be like, an agreement, a contract. So on a practical level, a lot of you may be upgrading certain things in your life, cell phones, laptops, tools, TVs, things like that. And it can be that you're finding the right thing, great deal for less money there as well. You're not compromising the sense of value or quality over quantity. I feel like you're kind of like getting what you want, what you need there. I just feel like you're in a period finally of like aligning yourself with an energy that brings balance, coming back into sync with your life. A lot of you are going to be looking at rolling contracts this month or getting better deals. Finding companies that you kind of invest your money in to do the job that is required, so something practical, but also a company that aligns with your morals, with what you believe in. So it could be that, you're looking at where you shop, where you do business, because this is a card of business there, and you may be making sure that they kind of reinvest in the community, or they do something that you agree with in some way. But a lot of you will be signing contracts or agreements on new purchases or things that, make you just feel nice, cozy, treated in some way. For some of you, you could actually be joining a community or a group of people that it's hard to kind of infiltrate. Perhaps it's a very prestigious, cliquey kind of group there, and you're accepted into this group. I feel they welcome you in. They really love who you are, and they're glad that you want to be part of it. So I feel this could be you just feeling like you're part of something there. That's coming through there as well, because I see with your 7th house, you're involving yourself in community there as well. But the 2 of Pentacles indicates, a lot of juggling this month, moving stuff around, making things work, being on top of things, being flexible, knowing that, yep, you're creating stability, but perhaps this is you recognizing that things could change instantly and you need to be prepared. I feel like you've got this, you are prepared, nothing to worry about there at all. But also with that 2 of Pentacles, I feel that things are developing for you and you're starting to see results. They're developing in unexpected ways, because for some of you, this could be an unexpected portion of money coming on in. And I feel this could be something that perhaps was like an interest rate yield, or perhaps if you're into stocks and shares, there could be a fluctuation there. Just be mindful of that. It's always important to be mindful of things like the stock market. I mean, I don't know anything about it really. I'm not really financially minded like that, but it can be that we need to remember that what goes down always comes back up again, and vice versa. So if it's like super high right now, then there's a potential that it will take a dip and then it will climb back up again. It is something that is fluid. Money is fluid, and you have that 2 of Pentacles there as well. So I feel more than anything, a lot of you may be looking at investing your money overseas when it comes to that, or purchasing real estate overseas. Some of you may have a dream to purchase a holiday home, and right now it may feel like it's a pipe dream or it's something you would love to happen, but the universe is orchestrating opportunities for you to align with what it is that you desire. You just have to put one foot in front of the other, be kind of like solid in your decisions, and the rest shall occur. So, I mean, you have 2 cards here that have affinity symbols on that, so there's infinite possibility for you to align with what you deserve and desire and what you're working hard towards accomplishing this month. And I definitely see that you're working hard, okay? But there is a need here to feel fulfilled. Now, with the Lover's card, of course, it is a choice card there. At the end of the month, big decision to make. I mean, you get the best out of the situation. You get your wish. It's the start of a new chapter. A lot of you are launching a brand new you, or a brand new way of living. I feel this is an exciting time for you to make the right decisions for you, be independent in those decisions. I am also being given an energy of some of you relocating, and it can be that you're going to a place that you feel is home, or actually, returning to a place that is home to you in some way, because I feel this desire for comfort, security. Some of you may be just visiting home, or a place that you call home. You may be visiting family and friends during this month, and there's just this energy of togetherness, of unity. Of course, there's always that one person who's a little bit inflexible with plans, a person who perhaps, will struggle with a commitment on a date, or they may feel overwhelmed and have a need to remove themselves from the energy, but that's not going to get in the way of fun times there. This card, it is an energy of you kind of making a personal decision that aligns with your life philosophy, and you could be in a period right now of working out what is right for you with this energy. I feel this is a life-changing decision, and you will have a really positive outcome with what you choose, is what I'm seeing. I feel you're just tapping more into your sense of your soul song, what you truly desire in life, because you have so many cards of like, I want this with my whole heart and soul, and the universe is there with that Wheel of Fortune. It's like, okay, your wish is my command. You got to work for it. And you're like, well, I am working for it. I'm working hard for it. I'm putting my whole heart and soul into making a difference and making a change in my life. And the universe, because the Wheel of Fortune is surprise, and with a little bit of flexibility there, we've got a dream come true. 9 of Cups is your wishes fulfilled. And the Ace of Wands is that new chapter. So if you're desiring to purchase property, it can be like suddenly you find the right house in the right environment for the right price tag. For some of you, this could be that you've been hoping to find the right treat for yourself, and everything about it is right. Right price, the right item there, whether it's an opportunity. It's like suddenly the universe is listening and things are getting easier and better for you. I would say the Ace of Wands is excitement. It means your energy is returning. A lot of you, if you're investing more in your body, mind, and soul, and trying to be on top of your hydration goals, also better sleep is what I'm seeing there as well. I feel like you're on top of your game, clear-minded, and also feeling a lot more energy, a lot more vitality there as well. Now, the Nine of Cups is not just about wishes, it is about being fulfilled and, of course, content with what you achieve in your life. And I feel this is you looking back on November, really satisfied that you did a good job or you did your best, you brought your A game, you backed yourself, and you're going to be just proud, like your choices turned out the way you'd hoped for. And of course, the Nine of Cups indicates that, you know, life is for living. So you're going to spend it with people that you really care about. You work hard for your money, but you're putting it to good use. You may be making sure that you're secure for your future. And a lot of you are trying to get out of debt as well. So you're just turning your life around. It feels a little bit like business as usual, but there's some really monumental surprises to come, some that you will celebrate. I feel, you know, there's one piece of news coming in here that you'll love. But then there's one piece of news that you'll love and will celebrate, like, yes, it happened. So if you've invested your time and your energy into a new start, or you are feeling right now a little bit overwhelmed, things are going to get infinitely better and more manageable for you this month. And of course, the Ace of Wands, this figure's got polka dots. Polka dots always remind you to have fun. You've been under a lot of pressure recently, but I feel like you're given a moment of respite this month. And of course, this is about you being in bloom. The more you invest in yourself and feel good about your path, the more things will start to go your way. And of course, the rose, there's always thorns. So it means something rewarding is about to spring at you because you've been working hard for it. The thorns indicate it was hard won, but you've got this. You know, you're nurturing something, you're bold, you're daring, you're doing it, you're making it happen, you're self-made, and you should be really proud of yourself. And of course, the Ace of Wands is you being inspired, having new ideas, having the energy to go forward with those ideas. I mean, because there's a book there as well, some of you may literally have an idea for a book or a screenplay, because there's a lot of creative energy here. You've got the maturity card. This means a lot of you may be looking at your journey. Scorpio season is going to ask you about your journey. It's going to make you reflect on how hard things have been and how you've transformed your life. It is about being that phoenix rising from the ashes. And I feel there's some really great stuff coming on in here for you as well. And, you know, because the Two of Cups came out there, you could be like consolidating your feelings, like tapping into how you feel about the things that are already in your life and the things that you feel are a missing ingredient, and taking a step towards accomplishing whatever it is that you set out to do. I feel with those two aces, you're being given opportunities this month to capitalize on, whether it's romance, whether it's success, whether it's money. I do see also for some of you, money from a past situation will come into your present. So this could be like a tax rebate, a royalty, or perhaps someone owed you money. They may pay you in installments, but at least it's a little something coming in there. Some of you may also get compensation on something that you've been waiting for a while to get there. But your final cards, we have I am innovative. Okay, so that's envisaging a new pathway for you, having wonderful, exciting new ideas of how to strike out in different directions. It says you are a self-starter with very innovative ways of creating opportunity. Definitely, you're launching something new, especially if you're a business owner. I mean, this could also be that you're launching a new style, or just, you know, tapping into a more raw, authentic version of you. That's when things get really exciting. It says your determination and endurance are powerful and will help you get through rough times and reach for success. And reach success, not even reach for success, you'll reach success on that card. So we got number 1 energy there. That is magician energy. So I feel like you are, you know, tapping into all your resources in order to make this month a monumental one that you'll remember as a catalyst shift month for you there. And it's number 15 there as well. We've got your love for others is powerful and you are able to spread your gift of support far and wide. You're curious and your social nature brings you into contact with a variety of people, all who would benefit from your warm, heartfelt words of wisdom. I am wise. But also I see a lot of you meeting a new person who becomes a friend. This is definitely a very sociable time for you. Your 7th house is making it so. You may meet a new business alliance or someone who enriches your life in some way, and they become your ride or die or your best buddy. We have number 6. Number 6 is the Lover's card energy. Number 15, I want you to be aware, of course, is the Devil energy. So that's why I mentioned some of you are detoxifying this month, or maybe looking at excess, because this could be, you know, that you're preparing for a little bit more excessive month in December. So you could be a little bit stricter with your health goals in November there to prepare for what is to come. But it says here, your heart is your gift. That's literally all over your reading. Your heart is your gift. Okay. And it says you are a natural born nurturer and you have great talent for helping and healing others. You are the epitome of self-sacrifice and a protector of those you love. I am nurturing, but let's bring this back to you. You are, of course, all those things, but these energies did pop up in your reading. Being a nurturer, you know, making a declaration to self to invest in yourself in a better way, helping others. That definitely came through in your reading as well. Self-sacrifice, because you're self-made there, but also a protector. So I said, you know, there's some sort of protective covering. What is that? You know, I want to say Teflon, but I know it's not Teflon, okay? But some sort of protective material to put like your electronic goods in there so that people cannot take advantage of them. Yeah, so that's coming out there as well. But I am a nurturer basically indicates that you're giving back to yourself because you've been giving a lot of yourself. And 6 is you retaining balance there as well. So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or room before we close. Okay, so we have a flamingo. Now, isn't this interesting? Because look at this figure. They are literally standing on top of a building, okay? Now, the building is a tall skyscraper there, okay? So this can indicate that you're going to be on top of something that is stable and structured, okay? But they're literally on one leg. So balance is required this month. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Variety is the spice of life. But also, as you can see, spinning many plates. And we've also got a flamingo, and this flamingo is standing on one leg. So I feel this is about you retaining balance. There's some new things coming on in here that you will have to adapt to this month. But also, I love flamingos. They're just so beautiful, so flamboyant. So I feel that's about you leaning into that. Now, I'm being shown a really random thing in the water, and I just almost went with it, with the energy. I felt like dancing to it. And I can't even tell you where it's from, but I'm getting true chills here. So I'm seeing, I'm not even sure, am I allowed to say this? There's a very famous duck. I know, so random. Okay. I think I'm allowed to say this, a Donald Duck, right? And the image I'm seeing is some sort of, they're walking down a path that has mosaics. And I feel very much like South America kind of energy. And there's this music and they're just walking down and this duck is like dancing. So either some of you are going to be literally going to Disneyland, I'm not sure, or going to a vacation where there's a statue of that, I'm not sure. But and then I'm seeing a map with loads of planes going. I'm not sure if this is a famous, it's definitely a cartoon, right? Very famous cartoon, but I'm just hearing like, they're not didgeridoos. They're some sort of like woodwind instrument. I'm not sure. I'll always be honest and say, I don't know, but that's the image I'm seeing and I'm hearing. So the duck can indicate that perhaps you're about to do something new, but you take like a duck to water, as it were. I mean, there's this energy of rhythm, being in the rhythm of something. The mosaic can indicate little different pieces of your life that perhaps you're on the path and there's lots of compartmentalized kind of things that you need to do, but you're definitely on that path and you're walking your talk, perhaps. And, maybe South America is starred in some way. Maybe there's some sort of travel. Maybe this is something you're looking at. I'm not sure, but I'm just getting this like rhythm, like dancing. It feels like celebration. So I'm going to look up what that is from, that movie. It's definitely, obviously, a movie that would have that character in it. But it feels very exciting. And there's also, that's why I'm triggered. There we go. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. I'm triggered to see this image because there's flamingos in it as well, is what I'm seeing now. Flamingos. Random, I know. I don't know how that connects to your reading, but I'm trying to make sense of it. So I have to give you what I see. I'm not going to make something up for you. If it's not there, it's not there. But if it is there and I'm like, it's a little bit wacky, not sure how it works, but I'm going to just give you what I see. I mean, this could literally mean that perhaps you are spending time with your family, your children, if you have children, if you're a parent. And it can be that perhaps you're putting a movie like that on for your child. I'm not sure. So I'm going to leave that there, okay? I hope something resonates in this reading for you, but I would say that be flexible because balance is required for this month. There's going to be some plot twists, but they're really wonderful, and you're going to celebrate something monumental as well. So I'll leave it there, my beautiful Taurians. Thank you so much, and love and light.